Hello, Holmes Road Church of Christ. I hope this is finding you well, and I hope you're excited as I am to hopefully get back together soon. It won't be too much longer now, for sure, but I hope all of you are doing well. I just wanted to give you a little devotional thought for this week, and just a little something from God's Word to maybe pick you up and encourage you. In 2012, there was a popular contemporary Christian group. They were a trio out of Tennessee. They were called Phillips, Craig, and Dean. You may have heard of them. They won several Dove Awards, and if you're into contemporary Christian music, probably heard them on the radio and stuff. But in 2012, they came out with a song called Tell Your Heart to Beat Again. Tell Your Heart to Beat Again. It was the name of their song, and it was a big hit, and maybe you've heard of it. If you listen to Christian radio, you've probably heard the song. And the band was recently interviewed about that song, and they explained the background, or they explained why they wrote that song. According to the band, according to Phillips, Craig, and Dean, the song was inspired by a true story about a heart surgeon. There was a heart surgeon who was working on this lady and with a really bad heart. And in the surgery, the surgeon actually removed the patient's heart and repaired it, took the heart out of the rib cage and repaired it. And when the surgeon was returning the heart back to her chest, he began to gently massage the heart to try to bring it back to life again, try to start having it beat again. But the heart wouldn't restart. And so the surgeon took more intense measures, and he began to use electroshocks and all kinds of different things. But the heart still wouldn't beat. It still wouldn't restart. So finally, out of the last-ditch effort, the surgeon knelt down next to the unconscious patient, highly sedated, as you could imagine, with all of the anesthesia, but spoke in her ear and said, "Miss Johnson, this is your surgeon. The operation went perfectly. Your heart has been perfectly repaired. Now tell your heart to beat again." And immediately her heart began to beat. Now I know that story is kind of hard to believe, but that's what that song from Phillips, Craig, and Dean was based on, from that true story. The idea that we can just tell our physical heart to start beating again, that our subconscious would hear the surgeon and begin to make our own heart beat. It seems crazy. It seems strange. It seems wild. But it does have some spiritual parallels that it reminds me of. In Psalm chapter 42 and verse 5, the sons of Korah wrote, the psalmist said in that particular psalm, "Why, my soul, are you downcast? You need to put your hope in God." The sons of Korah was talking to their own soul, saying, "Soul, my soul, why are you downcast? You need to put your hope in God." And again in Psalm 116, verse 7, David says, "Return to your rest, my soul, for the Lord has been good to you." So again, David is speaking to his own soul and saying, you need to go to the Lord, my soul. You need to trust in Him. Return to your rest, my soul. And then after beating Israel's enemies in war, in the book of Judges, Deborah revealed that she too had spoken to her heart during a time of battle. In Judges 5:21, it said, "March on, my soul," she said. She told it, "Be strong," because the Lord had promised victory. And so, you see Deborah saying, "March on, my soul." She's telling her heart, you need to march on. You need to be strong. And it just makes me think of today when many of us are at home watching the news. You may be in fear of the disease. You may have some depression. Maybe you're sick of isolation. With all the things happening today, perhaps we too should address our own hearts and our own souls. And like Deborah, we need to just tell it, march on. Be strong. Feeble heart, beat again. And that's not crazy. Maybe we need to spend more time talking to our hearts and our bodies, just like the people in the Bible did. just like the surgeon did in that song by Phillips, Craig, and Dean. And there's the message I just wanted to give to you today. It's not silly to talk to your body. Maybe we need to tell it to be more faithful and to stop being depressed and to stop having fear and to turn to God and rely on Him. That's my message to you. I hope you have a great week. We'll see you soon on the road.